Hi everyone, I think we're live now. Yeah, let me just check here, check there. Yeah, everything is okay, everything's working fine. I'm happy to be back again. It's our last live was Thursday. Yeah, so we're back again. So before anything, some of you know me already. I'm Orlando, nice to meet you, and thanks for being with us tonight. Tonight we have live 20. Yeah, number 20. I thought like because last time Thursday I was talking about live 18, but that was my mistake. Today's live 20, and it's growing, and hopefully everyone's well and had a good weekend. Although we're still stuck at home, but that's how life is going at the moment. And let's carry on and be healthy, be indoors, and whenever you go out, just put your mask on. That's important, to have your mask always with you. Protect yourself and protect the others. Okay. Yeah, live 20 today. Let's get on with that. And so today we're going to be talking about the subject. The name is "My Body and Legs Feel Weak when walking." So my body and legs feel weak when I'm walking. That's the subject today. It's some important subject to we can speak about for like half an hour, 35 or 40 minutes. And sometimes you have to find out the reasons why you feel weak in the lower body. There are reasons why we feel like that. You have an idea why? Sometimes you will feel this way and your lower body is not responding at all. There is something happening there. Can you guess it? Yeah, good evening, Vroom. Good to see you back on again. I'm happy to you. And yeah, so yeah, we talk about the lower body. Yeah, so you need to know why your lower body is a bit weaker than before. So one of the reasons, that's one of the reasons. It could be, it's like probably poor circulation blood. Yeah, if you're not quite sure, so you cannot exercise on top of that without knowing what's happening to you. If you feel like you're getting too tired when walking, your legs are a bit fatigued, and then you have to stop sometimes. This is not normal. Yeah, if you're in your 40s, 50s, or a lot younger than that, there is something. Could be like two things. As the one I've just mentioned now, the circulation is not good, like a poor circulation blood, or lack of strength. Yeah, like in other words, a lack of physical exercises. Yeah. I'd love to say it's the second one, but again, if you're feeling tired, your legs are you're too fatigued and hard for you to walk, it's better if you go to your doctor and get checked up. Yeah, and then just as and then you feel better. You go to your doctor and the doctor says you have nothing, so it's not like circulation. It's just like you need to exercise. So that's not a problem. You can sort it out quickly. So yeah. So if it is like poor circulation blood, you know what happens is it usually goes to your lower body, part of your body. Yeah, and because if the circulation is not that great, and it's harder for the blood to flow upward towards your heart, because it gets to your lower body, it doesn't go up. So that's not good, because your blood, I'd say your heart needs blood, yeah, to keep you alive. So if the circulation is not that great, you have to make sure you go to your doctor and sort out. Probably you're gonna be on tablets, something like that, to to help, and he will tell you you have to exercise, yeah, to get more strength and things like that. So it's important you make sure it's one or the other, yeah. But that could happen to anyone. Okay, probably if you you can get tired if you have like your legs, if you have been doing exercise for your legs, but that's different. Yeah, when you're really pushing, lifting good weights, and of course you feel your legs, but that's muscular. Yeah, that's part of the job. When you could be your biceps, could be your chest. Again, you just have to make sure if your circulation is that sort of poor circulation, you have to go and see your doctor, sort that out. Yeah. So, but then there are some reasons why that could happen. Yeah, that doesn't happen out of the blue. It happens for some reasons. So I've got some reasons here to talk to you why that's happening. And the very first one I've just mentioned is lack of exercises. Yeah, if you're not exercising at all, your circulation you could have a problem with your circulation. Maybe you will not feel that tired, but you feel your legs could get a bit swelled up. Yeah. So, excuse me. If that happens, it's circulation. So remember, because the blood tends to go to the lower part of the body, and since it becomes harder to go up, yeah, to flow up towards your heart, because your heart needs to have that kind of blood coming through in and out. Okay, so one of the reasons could be like a lack of exercise. I'd go for the second one, lack of exercise. Okay. Another one I would say is if you're carrying too much weight in your body, and that's a very good reason, because like if you have too much fat, if you're carrying too much weight, like it could compromise with your diabetes, could get like a type 2 diabetes. And other things in your body could like your body could go like that in a spin, because if you put too much fat in your body, how can you breathe properly? So we have to be careful with that. That's a very good reason, like carrying too much body weight. It goes alongside yes, bad diet. It is the same thing. If you have a bad diet, really one, if you're eating like, let's put in brackets, like rubbish, you shouldn't. Yeah. Sometimes we do, but not all the time. You have to be careful with the things you ingest, because that could compromise your body weight, and then your weight could go up, and you want your weight to be where you want your weight to be. Yeah, like me, I'm not a tall guy, I'm a short guy. I've always had my body weight in kilograms between 63 to 65 kilograms, always been like that. So I carry more like a muscles rather than fat. Thank you. I don't want the fat. I have the normal fat in my body. But yeah, because I've been doing exercises for many years, so my metabolism is really high. It's always everything I'm eating and burning, because it's always in a high. Like today, for example, I trained today. Today was my I did my chest and back and some crunches. Yeah, so it wasn't a long one for like an hour, but at least I think I did like for 40 minutes. And I tell you what, boy, that's enough. That's enough, especially being indoors. And I've been running twice a week, and tomorrow should be the day, but I don't think so, because of the snow is a bit slippery outside. So I might wait till Wednesday. Let's see how. It's too cold, -7, -6. It's not my weather anyway. We like the sunshine. The next one is stress. A lot of the people nowadays are carrying stress because of the whatever's happening, and Also, being stuck in the flat, if you don't control your mind, you can get a lot of stress. So that's a big factor, yeah, for having all these like things happen in your body. Because sometimes you don't take care of your body, you just sort of forget your body and things, and they start to arise, and then could be a bit late. Another thing is another good reason is not sleeping well. That's been happening with us because of the pandemic, because of the time we've been stuck in the flat. And I can tell you myself, I've always slept well, like going to bed, like bang, crash out straight away. But I'm taking a little bit longer than usual to sleep. And I know it's because you have no holidays, I'm not exercising properly, and I'm stuck in the flat behind the computer for the whole day. So, and when I go to bed to sleep, my mind is still like on, circulating there. Yeah. So yeah, that's one of the reasons not sleeping well. Another one is like comes together working long hours. So that's a big factor. If you've been working long hours, everything comes on top. Yeah, when you're saying long hours, I'm like talking like overwork, long hours, because we've got a lot of jobs to do this and that. So it doesn't help you, right? And the last one here I've got is the strength. Yeah, that's one of the reasons that I just mentioned this at the beginning of this live. Could it be your poor circulation blood or your strength? So one or the other. Yeah. Again, that's my opinion. If you have like poor circulation blood, doesn't stop you from training, but you have to go to your doctor, and when your doctor says it's so clear, you come back and you get more strength. But I think your doctor will advise you to do strength training for sure. Yeah, me as a trainer and other trainers, we have gone through clients coming to you with loads of problems, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, circulation, and all coming for exercise, because that's how you fix. Nowadays you have to be active. If you're just lazy about at home, you're asking for things to happen to your body. Yeah, and let's try to live it longer and be healthy, right? So what would you do to improve? What sort of thing to improve this situation? What could you do to improve? Do you have an idea what you could do to improve? If you're going through that, what could you do? You can type in if you want. You can give me ideas. Sometimes I run out of ideas, and that's why I'm talking to you guys, to help me. And then you can like exchange a good chat here. But anyway, one of the I'd say the very first thing, if you carrying too much weight, is to fix your diet. Yeah, you have to fix your diet. You have to make sure you drop the number of calories you ingesting. Yeah, drop. Yeah, so you have to be on a calorie deficit. You have to eat less, and you have to burn more. And then you can say to me, but I cannot come to the gym now. How can I burn? Yes, you still can. You can do at home like I did today. You can, but then you can say, hi, coach, I don't have a couple of dumbbells or barbells, whatever. No problem. You can do like me. I don't have either. I just have my elastic bands, and I use those ones. And that's what I do. I don't have any dumbbells in the flat, so I should buy, but I think now till I order, they come through. You'll be the time I have to come back to the gym. So yeah, I'm for the time being the elastic bands and my body weight I can do. can do press ups on the floor. I can do burpees. I can do planks, side planks, loads of exercise. It's up to you. So you still can burn. You still can burn the calories, and make sure, because you stuck in your flat, control your diet. Okay. Yeah. Another thing you could do to try to fix this problem is to sleep more. If you're sleeping for 5 hours, believe me, boy, when people say to me, I feel fine sleeping for 5 hours, I just don't believe it. That doesn't work for me. 5 hours is not enough, because as long as I know a day goes for like 24 hours, right? If you only have slept for 5 hours, you have to be awake for 19 hours. So you take your body through too much. You have to rest. It's like when you do your exercises. How do you grow? How your body grows? When you sleep, when you rest. So you have to rest to make your fibers regenerate and they come stronger. So when you're saying to me, I feel fine for 5 hours. If you're like in your 20s, maybe in your 30s, it's fine. But when you come to my age, you're gonna regret, because you're gonna feel your shoulders still heavy, and then you're gonna think. I remember when that guy told me to sleep for at least like 8 hours, and I said no, I'm fine with 5 hours. So try to I'd say like a good habit. You don't need to sleep for 8 hours. I like sleep for 8 hours. At least I'd say 8 hours would help you loads you to rest your mind, your body, everything. Maybe 7 hours, 7.5, but it's up to you. But that's one of the things. If you can rest a bit better, a bit more, better for your body, better for your brain, better for everything, even for your family, because you won't feel stressed. Okay, so another thing you can do is, and lots of people do, is stretches. Use stretches for the whole body. So again, you can do stretches at home. I've been doing some stretches now and then, yeah. And when I go for my run, I stretch a little bit. I stretch after. You don't need to go like crazy. Stretch for 20 minutes, 5-10 minutes. It's okay, as long as you do a little bit, yeah. So that's another one. Stretch the body. Okay, very good. And mainly you have to stretch your lower body, because if you having problems with circulation, you have to stretch your hamstrings, your calves. But we're gonna go through that, okay? So the next. So how, anyway, before you jump on to the next one, how are you guys? Hopefully everyone's okay. And if you have any questions, just pop. Otherwise, for the ones who are not here, they will be able to watch this live, this recorded live on my channels, on my free channels, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So they can go and check it out again. Okay, no problem. Let's carry on. So now let's talk about exercises you can do to improve your body flexibility, yeah, and strength. There are some important exercises you can do, especially for your lower body. But the idea is to strengthen the whole body. It's not just the lower body. You have to do upper body, everything. Yeah, everything is important when you do it. But if you lacking strength and your circulation is bad, and the blood is more like resting in the lower part of your body, you have to do those exercises for lower body. So one of the exercises I suggest you to do is heel raises. Yeah. Again, how do I do that? I cannot explain. I cannot really demonstrate right here, because I'm not in the gym. If I was doing a live right now in the gym, I would show you straight away. Because I would be standing and walking about. Basically, if you have like if you have stairs in your house or something like higher than the floor, yeah. So you step on the edge of it, yeah, with your toes like that. So you step like that, yeah, and you lift and down, and lift your ankle and down. So you're stretching your calves, your calf, yeah. So that's one of the exercises you should do. So like a women, they use a lot, yeah, they use high heels. High heels, they have to be careful throughout the time. They have problems in the calves because they condition the calf because they are lifting the heel like that and they are shortening the muscle, yeah. And if they don't do any stretches, that will they will have some problems in future because they are forcing the muscle to be like that instead of being stretched like that. So they have to do stretches, and I don't think they do much, especially if they are on high heels all day long, if they work on offices. So it's important when they come to the gym and they do exercise, so they are more or less moving, they are making the blood circulate through the body, and that's really important. Yeah, we have to be careful with things like that because that could bring problems to this big man here, the heart. Okay, so another one you can do is calf stretches. Yeah, so you can stretch. Yeah, you can stretch your calf, your calves. Yeah. And the heel raise is only exercise for the muscle there. You go up and down, up and down. Just use your body weight. Yeah, that's enough. Or you can, if you're starting, just use your body weight. But if you have been working for a while, you can do like, you can put some weights and use some weights on your body, around your hips, and you do heavier. But if you like sort of starting, your body weight is enough. And if I asked you to do like 30, 40 reps up and down like that, you'd be burning there. Okay, so heel raises and calf stretch you have to do. Yeah. Another stretch you can do is hamstrings. Again, I cannot show you, but you can type in Google, yeah, hamstring stretch, and then you can watch video. That's simple. There's no secret how to do it. Yeah, but that's a good exercise, a good stretch there for your hamstrings. So you have hamstrings, you have to do stretch for your hamstrings and stretch for your calf, and exercise for your heels, up and down. Another exercise is Romanian deadlifts. So deadlifts, in my lives, I usually talk about deadlifts because deadlifts is a very important exercise to do it. First of all, it's a good compound exercise to do because it involves multiple joints and muscles there. So this is very good. I think it's like squats, deadlifts. Deadlifts is a very good exercise. Again, you have to be careful. When doing it, you need good form and technique because you can end up hurting your back, and then so if you have problems with circulation and then problems in the back, that's help, does it? So you just have to make sure your technique is great. Again, if you're not sure how to do it, get a trainer. The trainer will show you how to do it. And maybe you end up doing personal training, you know? So the trainer will be happy if you decide to do personal training. And then you can have someone like for an hour with you, you know, all together. I've had clients doing everyday training from Monday to Friday for a very long time. I actually had, he only didn't like if he was in London, he was doing like every day, yeah, because he was close to me. He was in the office. He was coming lunchtime. And now a very good client. And if he was traveling on business, anything like that, so of course he wouldn't be training, but very dedicated. I really liked his training, his fitness. Very fit guy, probably a little bit younger than I. He must be now 54, 55, but amazing. It's a French guy, still remember. I've had others doing every day. It's not just one. So yeah, Romanian deadlifts again. It's a very good exercise. You do, you work your gluteus, important muscle there. There's big muscle. Got 3 layers there. 3, let's say 3 gluteus, 3 different. One underneath the other, yeah. So very good exercise to do to strengthen your gluteus. It does your hamstrings. It does a little bit your calves, yeah, or your calves, your calf. It does your lower back. See how many muscles? It does your core because you're lifting. If you're lifting weight, you're using a lot of your muscle stabilizers here, yeah. You're doing your grip. It's important because you're lifting a barbell and you're holding to a barbell, and your grip gets better and better. So you work all those muscles, the forehand, everything. So you just cannot use your neck like that, because, and then you're gonna, if you're lifting and looking up and looking down, you're gonna break your neck. So you have to make sure when you do deadlifts, your neck should be in line with your spine. You shouldn't be lifting this and down, yeah, because you're stressing that region a lot. Okay, so and then you come home and you ask you. Tell your girlfriend or wife, oh, I'm feeling my traps, because you like that when you're doing deadlifts, yeah, or something else. Okay, okay, so that's a good exercise to do, Romanian deadlifts. Okay, again, next one, box. Okay, I'll explain this one here. Box squats. Yeah, you have to see, you have to be careful when doing this exercise, because again. You can trip when you're jumping. If you're too heavy, if you don't know how to do it, then do it. But it is more and more exercise. If you don't feel confident to do it, I always say to my clients, if you're not feeling confident, let's build up your confidence. So, and you start. So you have to start with a really like a box, not a really high box. You know, something a little bit higher than the floor, but not too high. Because then you're going to scare your clients, because when you look at that, you're going to jump. It's going to be a bit like frightening if you've never done it. And another thing is you have to understand how to jump and how to land on the box, because you see plenty of guys landing and their back going like that, dropping, that the chest going towards the floor. So you have to jump. You have to when you land like a squat, in a squat position, and you jump, hop off. On and off. So throughout the time you get the hang of it, but you have to make sure it's not just jumping on the box. There's a technique for everything. You know, everything you do, there's a technique. You have to know how you jump in order not to affect your maybe your back. And people watching, sometimes they say it's not looking pretty when the guy's landing on it. So we have to make sure you have a nice landing and you hop off, back again. Yeah, could be a bit tiring, but again, if you've never done it, it's best if you don't do it and get someone to teach you. Another I should have, before this exercise, I should have spoken before the aerobic. You can do also aerobic exercise. So that will help also your circulation. Like you can start just walking if you don't like running, or if you don't because of your problem, because of the legs are feeling too tired because of circulation. You can just you start walking, and you walk for 20 minutes if you can. Yeah, just control your breathing, because you're gonna feel a bit heavy there. You're breathing, you'll be a bit heavy. And then you keep building up for 20 minutes, then 25, 30 minutes. And then maybe after a while, you'd be running a little bit for 5 minutes. So when I remember when I started running, I used to say, like, all the guys run. I said, how they can run, they run that much, I cannot. So I started like walking fast and running, and my breathing was, and then I was just like, you know, kept it walking and then running, kept walking, running, and then I built that. That's it. And then after a while, I was running well, really well. So another aerobic exercise you can do to help is like if you have a stationary bike at home, you can do the cycling. Yeah, if you have enough money, you can buy a Peloton bike, which is very expensive, but you can buy a second-hand one. But that's a good one to do it, or just buy a simple stationary bike and do it. Another one you can do like aerobic water aerobic exercises, but then the pools are shut now. You cannot do it. But these are very good exercises because they are low impact exercise. So that's good to do inside the water. And that's another option to improve your blood circulation. Yeah, inside the water, you can just walk, yeah, the lane and back again. So you've got different exercises. You get one of the trainers, they do like water aerobic exercises, and go for it. So you can mix, you can mix like strength with like a water exercise, and then it's gonna be great for your problem if you have one. Yeah. And also you can get a little bit of leg strength doing inside the water because it's a kind of resistance when you walk in. So okay. So we have spoken about like aerobic exercise and a normal exercise, I say, inside the gym. There's another one you can do it. Another one is like a leg press. Leg press is another good exercise because that builds up your core, your quads. Yeah, it does your hamstrings. So that's anterior and posterior of your leg. Yeah, it does your hips as well. And there's a little bit of your does your calf. Okay, so you can feel that when you exercise. If you're pushing the leg press, if you put your hand just under your calf, you can feel the muscles going about. Okay, so another one, so that was like press. Another one you can do is just leg extensions. The chair, sit on the chair like where I'm sitting right here, and then your lower leg goes up. So leg extension, I think we all know, you guys know what I'm talking about here, leg extension. Another one is to work your hamstrings, is leg curl. Leg curl, it works your hamstrings, yeah. You don't need to do heavy. You can work with more like high reps, like 12, 16 reps. It depends on the weights. But if you're doing light weights, I believe you can go up to 20 reps. And after that, if you do like 3-4 sets, you might feel a little bit like pulling here behind. You can just give a stretch, and that's it. That's going to be good. The very last one I'd like to talk about is another one I love doing, is like squats. Squats are a very good exercise to do. Again, it's like a big compound exercise, like the deadlifts, and you work a lot your lower body, because you're talking about here your legs, yeah, your glutes, your hamstrings, your calves, and also your core. So you're not working like deadlifts, your grip and for arms, because you're holding the barbell here. But it's good to mention here, when you're doing this exercise, you make sure you keep your elbow just close to your side. You see guys doing squats, and the elbows like that. Yeah, so the elbow should be kind of, the barbells across your back, you should be holding like that. Yeah, see my elbows there, close to my sides, not like that. So look what happens here. If I raise my elbow, I think you can see my elbow, my middle back, yeah, curves, yeah. And then when you're going down with the barbell, with that weight, and your elbows like that, if you're looking at the guy, you can see the back curving a bit. That shouldn't happen. That's because the elbows are lifting. So the elbow should be tucked inside, and your back becomes straight. Yeah. This is important. This is technique. This is part of, like, when you read books about techniques, that's what they say about, but you learn throughout the time. So and then again, when you're squatting, you have to lift your chest. You have to go down with the back straight. Sometimes happens you lose your balance because you're trying to lift, you're trying to go down with more weights than you should, because it's too much for you. So you have to build up slowly. You cannot, like, if you're doing, for example, if you're doing 60 kg, if you squat well, 10, 12 reps, 60 kg. And if you put another 10 on each side, that's another 20 kg. That's too much. If you are building up, if you're not used to squatting, that's too much. So if I'm with a client, he's squatting 10, 12 reps. Well, yeah, I only put, like, I try 2.5 on each side to see how it goes. Because if you add 2.5 here, 2.5 there, it's 5 kg. But when you're doing like 10 reps with another 5 kg, it's a lot. Could not maybe not for you, because maybe not for me, because I'm used to that. But for someone who's learning, someone who's coming into training, it's difficult. Yeah, so you have to be in their shoes when you're training these guys. Just make sure they then, because if you put too much weight on the barbell, they're going to lose their technique, and you don't want that. So slowly, like 2.5, and if they do fine, you can do a final set. You can put a little bit more on the side, lift it a little bit. Could be another 2.5 or 125, and just drop the reps to 5 reps. About see what happens. Okay, so at the end of the day is so about, like, be careful with exercises you're doing and the technique and the form, because that all counts. That's how you maximize your goals. That's how you can get more muscle mass and with good technique. Basically, that's it for tonight. So the idea was to talk about this. Why do you feel sometimes too tired in the lower body? You feel your legs fatigued, tired when walking. That shouldn't happen. And then we have spoken about could be lack of training, like activities, or poor circulation, blood. Yeah, so your blood's not flowing as it should be. So yeah, that could be a problem. So make sure you keep exercising, and then we try to avoid these problems. Okay, guys. Thank you for being with us tonight. One more live, and I'm back again Thursday at 6 with a different subject to talk about here. And if you have anything you'd like to say to me, or anything you could bring a subject, let me know. Send me a text and pop to my Facebook, Insta, and sending me a private message, and I'll think about it. Okay. Thank you for being with me tonight, and see you soon. Bye bye. Take care. Bye.